Hi everybody, this is Black Rhino Ranger. Now remember that Skylanders 3rd anniversary super short I made for on October 16th this year? Well, it was super short and it was kind of rushed because I ran out of time. Well, originally it wasn't supposed to be like that. It was originally supposed to be what I did in this book. I made my storyboarding into a book, so it's easy for me to follow. It wasn't finished by the time I made that super short, but I decided to fill it out anyway, just to give you an idea of what it should have been like. So we see a picture of the gulper after a snack. Look, one of the Skylanders is not very happy, and okay, so here's the first. You can see slobber trap drooling, jetpack slipping, October 16, 2011 to 2014. That's how long Skylanders has been so far. Okay, it starts off with a Raptor cooking at the grill. He's like, "Celebrate our 3rd anniversary with barbecue. Celebrating the 3rd anniversary with barbecue was the best idea ever!" And Trigger Happy's like,
"I know! How come we didn't think of this one in the past 3 years?"
And Sparrow's like, I guess it's alright.
Why so glum, chum?
It feels like something's missing. But you probably don't want to know.
But we do! You can tell your best pals about it.
I was thinking of inviting over the villains. Oh wait, I forgot that bit.
Well, if you
insist, I was thinking of inviting the villains over. They all got shocked. Trigger Happy grabs Spyro, got his bulging eyes. He goes,
"Are you out of your mind?"
And Spyro's like, "No, I'm not." And they all start becoming debatable. They're like,
Then how can you expect us to trust them?
"I don't trust them at all," says Gil Grunt. Neither do I," says Spyro. But I think we can keep an eye on their behavior. He pulls out from his pockets, his traps. He goes, "We can trap them with our pocket-sized traps, just in case they misbehave. Each of you will receive a trap to keep an eye on them." And they're like not agreeing with Spyro at first. And he's like, "Well, it shows we're not cruel even to prisoners.
I hope you know what you're doing.
We'll call you in case there's trouble." Now, I made a bit of a flaw with this story. I forgot to add in the phone bit later on, so that was a bit of an error. While in the vault, Chaos has finished something.
It's done! With this trap crystal be gone button, we won't have to worry about being trapped in the hands of those sky dummies.
And he was walking away, and he's like,
but I need to test it on my trap first, just in case
Whoa! He starts slipping, and he falls down. Apparently, Slobber Trap has been drooling.
Who dares to drool on the floor when the feet of Chaos are present?
The gate opens. The door of the villain vault opens. Spyro comes in. He goes, "Villains of the vault, I humbly invite you to our barbecue." Wolfgang starts drooling. Well, I forgot to add that in. "But on one condition," says Spyro. "You will all be on your best behavior, or we'll trap you with our pocket traps. You may have phenomenal cosmic powers, but you don't like to be in itty-bitty living spaces." Don't you get that reference? "And Chaos, since you're my biggest enemy other than Ripto, Malefor, Nasty Nork, and Red, Your manners will be changed personally by me in a special dining room.
Don't worry, I'll be on my best behavior.
Later, all the villains were left out for the party, and he's like, "Is this party going to rock or what?" Okay, I'm not really good with voicing Gulper. And Gilgrunt's response is, "Probably, or what?" And Slobbertrap is like, "Look at this weird button thing I found."
Hand it over, drooling
Dino. Okay, at first I thought Slobbertrap was a dinosaur before it turns out he was a rock dog. So Trigger Happy then was like,
"What does it do?"
"Actually, beats me," says Slobbertrap. "I only found it."
"There's only one way to find out,"
says Trig. He presses the button, beep. Nothing happened.
Nothing. But we'll let you off with this one.
Suddenly, a crash happened.
Who did that?
And apparently a pottery has been dropped, and Wolfgang is like, it was him. He pointed at Buzzerbeak. He's like, and Trigger's like,
"Liar or not, you will get a warning before I consider trapping you in my..."
What he doesn't realize, the trap's missing.
"Hey, where's my pocket trap?"
And Chilba's like,
"That button must have made the traps disappear, just like what Chaos said."
Okay, and this is when Chaos and Spyro are in a special dining room. Spyro was like, "Well, so far so good. You have shown great manners for sitting down. And here's your dinner. It was a T-bone steak, peas, and fries." And Chaos then starts grabbing the steak with his hands. Chaos! "Put the steak down and eat with your fork and knife, or it's the trap for you." Now, there's something I gotta tell you guys. That button was supposed to disappear all the traps, but I thought I put in it only traps whatever was in front of the button, and this trap wasn't in front of the button because it was in a special room. I mean, it wasn't in the trap crystal B gun button's radius. I need to have a better explanation on that.
And Chaos is like, "Not this time, Skylander. I will no longer be... My device! It's gone!"
"Last warning, Chaos. Behave or be trapped."
"I'll eat with my fork and knife."
Meanwhile, at the party, you can see Chopper with the meat. You've seen this bit in the shorts, but there's a bit of a change to that. The table lifts up, the meat starts sliding down into Gulper's mouth. And he's like, at Spyro back at the dining room with Chaos and Spyro. "Close your mouth while you chew," says Spyro, and Chaos is like, But I..." And Spyro interrupts, "Don't talk with your mouth full." And you've also seen this bit in the short. A little bit, that is. And okay, apparently Chef Pepperjack is working on the barbecue grill. He's like, would someone like to try some of my hot spicy burgers?" Gilgrunt tries one and goes, "Too spicy!" And Chaos is like, also being emanated again. Spyro's like, "Elbows off the table." And here we have I-5 and fisticuffs. Forgive me of how I draw them. This is just a rough drawing for my storyboarding. I am the only one who actually knows what's going on when it comes to simple drawings. Ice Cream wins. Ice Cream starts cheering. Fisticuffs gets really angry. They were having a battle in the game. And Fisticuffs punches the TV. I didn't have enough room, so I put it off camera. Slobbertrap drooling as usual. Skylanders starts slipping. Okay, this is my failed attempt to draw Fling Kong. And here, Chaos is like slouching, and Spyro told him, "Don't slouch on the dinner chair." And Graveclobber starts dancing. It causes a tremor, and it bounces off some Skylanders. Just added that lizard thing for no reason. Brawl and Chain starts using the pool's board. Cannonball! Cannonball! And he splashes into the pool, and the water landed on some Skylanders, including the fire ones. And back then, Chaos had finished his dinner, and Spiral's like, now take away your plate and push in your chair. And back at the parties, Pinata starts eating like a barbarian, and he used a mini to wipe his mouth. The Golden Queen, now you've seen this bit in the shorts. The Golden Queen, on the other hand, is well behaved with her dinner. She's about to take a bite of a sausage, but apparently it turns into gold, kind of just like King Midas. And then the Chompy Mage starts going for the DJ, and he's playing a horrible music. Even though you probably know this one, you probably know what song is that from. Apparently it gets turned off. Crankcase did not enjoy it. He unplugged it. And finally, Chaos starts cleaning the dishes, and Spiral's like, you have done well, Chaos. Soon you'll be good like me. And Chaos is like, don't push it. And Crust Crow is like, okay, I'm feeling tired. Let's head back to our beds in prison. And I'm not too sure. One of the Evilicans goes, yeah, our eyes can barely be open. And Chaos is the first one to be put back in prison, but he has, however, learned some better manners in prison. He's like, and Spiral's like, maybe I can give you some more time outside. Maybe I can give you some more outside time in the future. Chaos is like, I hope. And so the villains come back to the villain vault and like, can you open our cells? We're all tired. Spiral's like, none of you seem to have been trapped. I'm guessing you were all well behaved. And every villain starts sleeping. Goes, good night, my little angels, says Spyro. Well, almost. Then he gets a bit of a shock. The Skylanders were all a bit messy and stuff like that, and Spyro's like, this place is a junkyard. He was talking about the party. And the person who messed it up is going to clean it up. And he accuses the Skylanders. You guys!
Huh? What? But Spyro...
No buts, Trig. None of you are going to bed until you clean this place. I'm ashamed of you guys. I'm ashamed that you guys behaved so badly in front of our well-behaved prisoners. Now clean it up. And don't think about midnight snacking. And I forgot to add in the bit that he didn't eat anything. And it ends when Trigger Happy says,
you may have won this time, villains, but even if you are our prisoners, the war has just begun.
The end. I hope you have enjoyed it. I'm sorry it couldn't make it to past the storyboard stage, but I might do a little bit more intact on that next year. I hope you have enjoyed this video.